So I got quite a few seeds at the dollar store, and I wanted to start growing some vegetables since I have some space outside now that I'm in a new apartment. And so I heard lettuce was really good if you're starting out. It's very easy to grow, and if you don't have a lot of sunlight in your backyard, lettuce only needs 4 to 6 hours of sunlight, and it's okay being in shade. So I chose this because I have only sunlight during certain times of the day in my backyard. And then they also had these wildflowers for shade area, which sounded perfect for me. I have a few different areas to plant in my backyard, which I'll show you in another video. But basically, I got a little excited and I got all of these. I've seen some people planting wildflowers and they look really easy to plant. All you have to do is like spread them out around in the soil and just like cover them. So you don't have to sow them inside or anything like that, obviously. You can just kind of like throw them outside in your soil, cover them, and then that's basically it. And then these are ones that I got last year. They're actually expired, but I heard you can still grow them. They just might not germinate as well as they did when they were fresh, but I'm still going to try to grow them just because I have them and I have the space outside. I also got like these sunflower seeds just because again I got carried away, and I don't know, just the thought of growing sunflowers sounds like so exciting to me. And I hope I can grow those okay in my backyard. I live in New Jersey, so I think I'm in zone 7B, I believe. Anyway, today I am going to sow the seeds for these. So I'm going to sow the seeds for my lettuce and my Swiss chard. I got these, so I've been trying to save money and I got these off of Facebook Marketplace. And the reason I'm gonna do it in pots is because it just seems more easier since I can kind of move the pot around depending on however much sunlight the plant needs. And since I'm doing this for the first time, I'm still getting used to my backyard and how much sunlight it gets. So I actually found these on Facebook Marketplace for $20 for all of them, which was like a really good deal, or at least where I live. At the store, they're a lot more expensive. So I I felt so lucky to find these. I saw other people selling other ones, and they were like really they were still pretty expensive, but it was nice that I was able to get those. So definitely look on Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. You never know what you're gonna find, and you can save like a lot of money too, because gardening can get really expensive if you're just like buying everything new. And I was trying to like be on a budget and stuff, but yeah. And then I got this actually last year at Walmart during the winter time. It was on sale and I knew I wanted to plant this year, so I almost didn't get them. I'm like, oh my god, like in my head I was like, am I really gonna do it? But I just got it, and it wasn't expensive. I think it was like a few dollars. I don't know how much these usually cost. But yeah, so I did some research. I watched a lot of videos. I consulted AI, and was I, I got two gardening books from my library, which I can show you guys too later. But they've been helpful. But basically, I've been consulting a lot of different resources because I was just really anxious about being able to do this right. So there's a lot of methods to do it. What I've realized, people have different ways of planting lettuce, and what I thought was the best way to do it, based on everything like I've read and watched, I'm going to sow them indoors. I might take, okay, not technically indoors, but I'm going to sow them in this tray. And then once they've grown maybe like that high, I'm going to transplant them in here. For the lettuce, I'm going to put 3 seeds in each one, and once they start growing, I'm going to only keep one of the plants. So, for example, if 3 plants grow from all 3 seeds, I'm going to cut 2 of the plants, so only 1 seed ends up growing. And the reason I'm doing 3 each, I guess I have a little bit of trust issues since these were from the dollar store, but I've seen other people use seeds from the dollar store and they worked great. So yeah, you just want to make sure that you have enough plants to work with. So that's why I'm doing 3 in each cell, so that I know I have enough that germinate so that I can actually fill these up. And then for the Swiss chard, I was actually surprised to see these seeds, but they're a little thicker. They're a little like thicker. They look like little pebbles, and those are actually a cluster of multiple seeds. So you only need one of those for each cell, and that's what I'm gonna do. The lettuce seeds are very tiny, and these ones I'm gonna be doing three of each. So yeah, I have my soil outside my back door, and that's the soil that I got. So I'm gonna cut that open, put it in here, and plant my seeds. Yay! And these are the books that I got. So this is the one I was reading. It's called Veg in One Bed. It makes things really easy, and I'm not doing one bed obviously, but it has a lot of instructions about how to sow seeds, transplant them, grow them. It has a lot of like basic information in here, which is awesome. And if you did want to just plant, if you did want to have one bed in your backyard, it basically plants it out for you, which is like so awesome. I wish I could have done something like this. It's already the end of March, so I'm a little late, which is why I'm doing just the lettuce. But there's also a calendar in here, which is like really cool, because when I was researching how to start a garden, like in my head I was pretty ambitious about it, but now that I've done all this research, I'm like I should have started way earlier. But this was really cool. So he maps out the entire growing season, and he actually tells you which month you have to do what. So like in March you have to sow the potatoes, sow the lettuce, and then sow the radishes, and then in April the potatoes will continue to grow. You can transplant your beans, blah blah blah. So it literally breaks everything down for you. And there was also really good, there was another good picture in here. I don't know where it was. But yeah, this is like the one raised bed, and then it goes month by month, what you have to do each month, and then it goes into detail each month, which is so cool. I saw this at Barnes & Noble, and then I ended up just getting it from my library, just because I wanted to see if I would actually like it, because sometimes I get excited about books at the bookstore and then I don't actually find them useful. But this one is awesome. So I might try doing something like this next year. But yeah, I definitely recommend this one if you're a beginner. Yeah, and it goes into each vegetable. But anyway, And then this is my other book just because I live in New Jersey. So I actually haven't gotten into this book yet just because I was so focused on like getting the seeds sown and everything and researching that. So I don't have too much to say about this one just because I haven't looked at it. But if you're in New Jersey, I love that it is specific to the state. Yeah, and it goes into like what you can plant and harvest during the year. So you can like plant, I'm assuming this is planting and then the red is harvesting. Yeah. I also saw an app online where it does something like this. Like you just enter in the vegetable you want to do and it tells you like when to sow it, when to plant it, where to put it, and then you can actually plan where to put it in your backyard and everything. It looked really cool. I think it was like $30 for the year or something like that. But yeah, I'm not that experienced, so I didn't, obviously that's like way too much, that's way too in depth for me, so I actually was tempted to get it, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so those have been good. Anyway, I am going to sow these and I'll come back once I have the soil and everything. Okay, so yeah, I'm just outside here now. I opened my bag of potting mix and I'm just using that. So this is going to be the lettuce and this is going to be the Swiss chard. And I just separated them like this so I knew what was what while I'm doing it. So I've heard a few videos say that lettuce likes to have like a loose soil, so I didn't pack it too tightly, but now I'm gonna plant my seeds. Okay, so here's what the lettuce seeds look like, and I'm just gonna put 3 in each cell and then cover it lightly with some more dirt, and then I'm gonna water it because they also need to stay moist. So I had to come inside because the wind was getting a little it was getting a little much and I didn't want these like all these tiny seeds to blow away basically. So this is what the seeds look like. I just put them in this tray so they'd be easier to grab, and I'm just gonna put 3 in each one. They're a little hard to pick up. I saw on TV, I'm just using my finger to like stick. Oh no. Okay, I lost one. But I saw on TV, I think I'll go row by row this way. I saw on TV that there's little devices that you can use to make it easier to drop the seeds. And before I did this, I'm like, why would you need that? I was like, it seems so unnecessary. Can't you just like pick it up and put it in? But with seeds like this, I get it now. Okay, I'm gonna pause it and come back because I need to pay attention. So I'll come back when all these are planted. So the lettuce is all planted, and if I didn't mention it before, these are the black-seeded Simsim lettuce. And now I'm going to do the Swiss chard. So this is what the seeds look like, and only going to do 1 in each of the cells. Alright, so here's all the Swiss chard in the cells. I'm just going to cover them a little bit, loosely. this soil that I got, I did have like some hard clumps in it that I tried to break apart. So I just don't want any like hard clumps on top of the, like, here's another one on top of the seed. And some of the holes that I did are kind of deep, so I'm not going to cover them too much because I want them to be able to be somewhat close to the top of the soil. Alright, so that looks good, and I'm gonna do the same thing with these. Just cover them lightly. I've heard, I was watching one video and it was saying like just cover it like the lettuce ones, to just cover it lightly so that there's still some, you could still see some sunlight, which I didn't totally understand because if it's covered, how is it gonna see the sunlight? But I guess just cover it so it's not like packed. Alright, I'm gonna finish this up now. Alright, so these are all planted. I'm gonna water them, and then I think tomorrow I'm going to bring them outside so that they can get some sunlight. And yeah, I'm gonna wait for them to sprout, and I'll come back with another video once they start sprouting. But wish me luck. I hope I did this right. And yeah, I'm gonna I'll come out with a video of planting the sunflower seeds as well, and then also the wildflowers. I'm so excited about the wildflowers. I'm just really looking forward to seeing how that comes out. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any tips, if I did anything wrong, let me know. I'm always trying to like learn more, and like I said, I'm just starting out, so if you have any tips for me, definitely let me know. And thanks guys, bye.